everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Season 3 of Royal Clan in ClanGen. When we left off, we were just settling into Leaf Bear and preparing for the arrival of our kittens. Things were relatively calm, except for Scorch Hollow getting White Cough, which I hope he recovers from. We are now picking up on Moon 154 in the second turn of Leaf Bear. Let's go have a look at what happens next. Diving straight into the main events, let's see what we have. Cinnamon Tail has unfortunately gotten a green cough, which is not good at all. And then the exciting bit of news. Even with Foxclaw by her side, Fiercetooth doesn't feel ready to be a parent of this litter of 3 kids. 3 kids, guys, thank goodness. But she promises to the tiny flailing limbs by her side that she'll do her best. She swears it on StarClan itself. And then thankfully Scorch Hollow has recovered from White Cough. But let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 kittens. So Fiercetooth and Foxclaw had 3 little girls, guys. Burn Kit, Hazel Kit, and Bone Kit, which is amazing because I think the past several litters we've had have just been boys. We have not had any little girls. So it is actually really good for us to be injecting some female blood. So we have a Burn Kit over here who has gold eyes, a macro pelt, and she's impulsive. Now something I want to start doing with the newborn kittens, like from now on, I want to try and keep track of their traits because it changes as they get older and there's no record of what kind of trait they had. And sometimes when I'm trying to look back and think about the progression of their personality, you know, with my month-long breaks or the months that I take in between the seasons, I get confused and I completely forget. So I'm gonna start keeping track of their traits from now on at every stage of their life, or even, you know, if they suddenly switch. So that's what we have. But Burn Kit, along with her sisters, she's a carrier, or they are a carrier of 3 royal bloodlines from the 1st, 4th, and 7th founding royals. I think the 4th bloodline comes from their father, Foxclaw. He has 1 royal bloodline, but their mother has 2 royal bloodlines, the 1st and the 7th. So these guys are pretty special. They're pretty special. And then let's see, we have Hazel Kit over here. She has bronze eyes and a goody pelt and is a daydreamer. And finally, we have Bone Kit, who has pale green eyes, a marbled pelt, and she is shy. Now, I want to really quickly check up on the parents. So, Foxclaw has pale green eyes, and Fiercetooth has gold eyes. So, Burn Kit got her mother's eyes, Bone Kit got her father's eyes, and Hazel Kit has the unique bronze eyes. And in terms of their descriptors, so Foxclaw is a long-furred, unusually dappled dark ginger tom. Fiercetooth is a long-furred golden tabby she-cat. Burn Kit is pretty much just like her mother. She is a golden tabby she-cat. Hazel Kit is a brown tabby she-cat, and Bone Kit is a cream tabby she-cat. So we got like 3 tabby kittens, which is really, really cute. And in terms of who my favorite would be, I feel like between the newborn stage and the kitten stage, or from newborn to kitten, they change quite a bit, like their coats change quite a bit. So I might change my mind, but for now, if I'm looking at these 3, I think Hazel Kit might be my favorite kitten. I think I like Hazel Kit's coloring the most out of the 3. So okay, that's what we have for our main events. Onto the medicine cat den. Cinnamon Tail has green cough. Fiercetooth is recovering from birth, and we have nothing minor to look out for. In terms of our log, Horsetail was used to stop blood loss for Fiercetooth. Scorch Hollow was given Tansy as treatment for White Cough, and then he recovered from that. And Ghostfeather gathered Raspberry this moon. Onto the relationship events. Inkfeather helps Shining Stripe get a thorn out of his paw. Shining Stripe can't imagine his life if he never met Scorch Hollow. Flatfreckle thinks that Inkfeather is more talented than her. Flatfreckle realizes that Cinnamon Tail would put his life on the line for a clanmate. Ghostfeather can't help but laugh when Inkfeather tells a funny joke. Inkfeather runs into Cinnamon Tail at the medicine den. They both have a tummy ache from 2 halves of the same prey. Foxclaw is taken aback by one of Queen Rainstar's comments. Foxclaw thinks about how Lotus Gaze is always reliable. Ghostfeather and Shining Stripe played around during patrol and got in a bit of trouble, but still returned to camp smiling. Ghostfeather pretends not to see Scorchhollow cough up a hairball. Freezefur can't help but admire Fiercetooth's pelt. Scorchhollow points out that Freezefur's fresh kill has gone bad before he eats it. Freezefur purrs for a long time at one of Cinnamon Tail's lame jokes. And these two are mates, so that's kind of cute. Queen Rainstar thinks Shining Stripe is a very good listener. Queen Rainstar and Foxclaw debate about something interesting. They end up agreeing. Scorchhollow stands up for Cinnamon Tail during a patrol. Cinnamon Tail gets some stretches done with the clan. Fiercetooth and Burnkit are chatting about what they're doing today. Fiercetooth and Hazelkit apologize to each other at the same time. Some things have been rough for Freezefur lately, but Lotus Gaze admires his willingness to go on. Lotus Gaze had a difficult conversation with Burnkit, and they now have a deeper understanding of each other. Burnkit feels very social. Scorchhollow notices Cinnamon Tail doing something generous. Scorchhollow does not take Bonekit's correction on something he said very well. It's going to take me a while to get used to their personalities, but Bonekit was shy, I think, and so correcting Scorchhollow must have taken a lot of courage. Burnkit was, I think, impulsive, and Hazelkit was the daydreamer. Yes. Okay. Well, I'll get a hang of that and I'll remember it eventually. But that's all we have for our relationships. Now we're moving on to the cat list. And something I want to talk about really quickly is who our next breeding pair is going to be. Now, I really want to breed Ghostfeather. He hasn't had a litter yet, and he is the younger brother of Foxclaw, so it'd kind of be nice for their offspring to, you know, have cousins to grow up with. But Ghostfeather doesn't have any available female in the clan that he can breed with. We just had a litter of, 3 females born, but they are related to him. They are his nieces, which means even if they grow up, they won't be able to breed with him. So Queen Rainstar is going to be elevating a she-cat from Servant Clan to nobility so that she can enter the Royal Grotto, be paired up with Ghostfeather, and have a litter with him. So I'm kind of hoping that we can have another litter fairly soon without having to wait too long, and so they won't be too far apart in age. But that is something that we're going to be working on. We're going to be working on a mate for Ghostfeather, because literally every other cat that we currently have who hasn't bred yet, they are all male. They're all male. We don't have any females for Ghostfeather to breed with. So that is definitely going to be in the cards. So let's go ahead and see what everyone's doing for the day. Queen Rainstar thinks about taking in some kitty pets as apprentices. Foxclaw is looking forward to the next gathering. Ghostfeather has a foul taste of bitter herbs in his mouth. Freezefur is watching the sky for hawks. Cinnamon Tail brags about how much prey he caught this week. Fiercetooth cusses a squirrel that just barely got away. Lotus Gaze wishes he had wings so he could catch birds easier. Scorchhollow is feeling a bit ill, which is not good because he just recovered from an illness. Inkfeather is happy she can pass on her knowledge in a new way. Flarefreckle is on a walk out in the territory. Shining Stripe is feeling restless today. Burnkit snuggles up to the belly of Fiercetooth. Hazelkit snuggles up to the belly of Fiercetooth, and so does Bonekit, which is really, really cute. And that's all we have for the cat list. I'm a little bit nervous looking at our patrols because we currently have 31.5 prey. We need 26.5. The clan has grown a little bit. It's looking slightly stressful, and it's Leaf Bear. The most accidents happen in Leaf Bear. But okay, let's send out Ghostfeather and see what he gets up to. I am kind of nervous. I am nervous because even the medicine cats aren't safe during Leaf Bear. I feel like we've had a fairly high rate of medicine cats, of royal physicians getting frostbite while out in Leaf Bear, but hopefully he's okay. Ghostfeather heads out into the territory to stock up on cobwebs, something the clan never seems to have enough of. Proceed. Oh, thank goodness. Ghostfeather finds plenty of cobwebs, gently collecting them on the ends of sticks. No cat will have the chance to bleed out, not now, with so many cobwebs to staunch their wounds. So cobwebs were gathered, and then we're going to send out a patrol of 4 with Scorch Hollow, his older brother Lotus Gaze, Foxclaw, and Queen Rainstar. So let's see what they get up to. As the patrol heads out into the forest to hunt, Foxclaw suggests a sheltered gully. It's a little far from camp and the walk will be chilly, but the hunting around there is good, particularly for mice. Proceed. Foxclaw suggested hunting grounds don't work out. Not that anyone blames him for it. Oh, but at least a very small amount of prey was brought to camp. And we got a little bit of a boost. We have 39.5 now. And that's all for this episode. I'm really happy we got to welcome in an adorable litter of kittens that were healthy, since now apparently kittens can be born with permanent conditions like the paralyzed newborn we found in the Vision timeline. I'm also really excited to see who's going to be elevated to nobility and become Ghostfeather's mate, given that he hasn't had a relationship since Bear Pelt died. But with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.